Hello and a very, very good evening. My name's Sean Ryan. You are, of course, watching the Planet Cruise TV show. Now, tonight, we have got a very, very special show. This year, Princess Cruises are celebrating their 50th anniversary. So tonight's show is all about Princess. We have got 5 amazing deals. Some of the savings are £800. We've got onboard credit up to $600 plus. We've got deposits starting at, hang on, it's a 50th anniversary. What would make sense? Oh, yeah, a £50 deposit on many of the deals. And if you get in quick tonight, if you book a cruise tonight and just pay a small deposit, you can have things like Fortnum & Mason hampers, luxury hampers that are superb. We've got M&S vouchers. We've got my favourite, we've got wine packages as well. All to those of you that book tonight, but you've got to be quick. And we're joined by 2 very handsome gentlemen. Well, one anyway. We've got Shane with us.
It's already started.
What handsome and Keith? What can you do?
Keith, nice to see you.
Good evening, gents. Good evening.
Nice.
I'm only
to see
joking,
both
Keith. And I'm not going to take the mickey too much because poor Keith's got a bad cold. Well, actually, it could be man flu. It could be disastrous.
I think it's worse than a cold. He has been playing up to this, hasn't he? Throughout our rehearsal.
Oh, yeah.
Rehearsal?
Well, some kind of racing that we do at the start of the show. I do feel sorry for him.
We do.
He is suffering.
Yeah,
Your face is really mirroring that kind of
We're really worried about
sorrow
you,
that
Keith.
you're feeling for my suffering. Thanks.
But, Shane, on a serious note, we'll ignore him for a second. Brilliant show tonight. Princess celebrating their 50th anniversary.
So it's quite unusual for me. So normally I'm on here for a few minutes and then off again. So one amazing deal. But tonight on for the full show. So back by public demand. Thank you for my 2 fans that have got me the hour slot tonight. But it is an amazing show tonight. We've got some incredible deals, but celebrating the 50th anniversary for the wonderful company that I'm so honoured to work for, Princess Cruises.
And they are amazing. I mean, I only experienced Princess Cruises this year, and I wish I'd cruised with you sooner.
I told you, Sean. I said you're missing out, and you approved it.
It was an amazing experience, and I will be booking with Princess many times in the future. We want you to book tonight. Now, as ever, it's a free phone number. The phone line's open until 10:30 tonight. But we always get new viewers, and you may have never booked with Planet Cruise before. We've got many, many reasons why we are such a highly regarded agency, multi-award winning as well.
I'll tell you one reason alone. This last week, we've had a 100% feedback rating online.
Seriously?
100% just for this last week.
Wow, that never happens, does it, with any company?
96% for the year, but it's 100% for the last week, which is absolutely fantastic. But on top of that, loads of different reasons. We're cruise specialists. We're the UK's biggest independent cruise travel agents, and we help make bespoke, tailor-made holidays for you, taking you all the way around the world. And every single person that works for us has had an experience and background in the industry, like myself, being a cruise director for 12 years before we come and work for Planet Cruise. So it's information from the horse's mouth.
Well, let's just give you a few more reasons to book tonight with Planet Cruise. First of all, when you call tonight, you're going to speak to cruise experts with first-hand knowledge. So, people that have been on the cruise ships, worked on the cruise ships. As Keith just said, 100% positive feedback this week, which is amazing. We work with all the different cruise lines, of course. Tonight, though, all the deals, of course, are from Princess, but we have all of the cruise lines available to choose from, and we can tailor-make all cruise holidays to suit your needs as well. So some of the cruises tonight will have things like hotel stays, but we can change any of those, can't we?
We can, and we'd love you to get in touch on Twitter as well, at Planet Cruise or at Beefy Keefy. We've already had a tweet in here saying, "Leave Keith alone, Sean. He's lovely."
Oh no!
Thank you very much.
Beefy Keefy's fans are on us already.
I know. We'll have to be careful tonight. Anyway, we're going to start off with an amazing offer with Princess on board the Emerald Princess. We're going to come to that in a second, but it's your 50th anniversary with Princess. Keith, you were on board at the celebrations this week, weren't you?
Yeah, well, we were in the heart of London.
In the heart of London, yeah.
Well, it felt like being on board because we were right up the top of a massive tower, the Millbank Towers in London, overlooking the Thames. It was quite an incredible venue.
We were an amazing venue to celebrate our 50th anniversary. So we spent the evening together. I shouldn't say that. We were in a nice venue in the evening celebrating the 50th anniversary of party. So,
well, here's our lovely Keith. Anyway, here he is, the lovely Keith.
So I've got my glad rags on and I'm part of a wonderful event tonight. We've been invited up to the top of the Millbank Tower in the heart of London, looking out fantastic views across the city to celebrate Princess Cruises' 50th birthday party. That's right, It was the 3rd of December 1965 that the first ever Princess ship, she was called Princess Patricia, set sail from Los Angeles down the coast towards Mexico, putting at Acapulco, Puerto Vallarta and many, many more. Tonight, there's going to be bubbles, there's going to be nibbles, there's also going to be some hot news off the press.
So we had two things that we talked about tonight. One was the new comeback new video, where we have a completely unscripted real couple who are explaining, what it was like to be on board and how they enjoyed that Mediterranean cruise experience. And I'm sure that when you see the video, you'll get a real feel for how much they really engaged with the product and what a fantastic time they had on board. The other bit of fantastic news, of course, is that we've worked with Wild Productions and ITV to come up with a prime-time 6-part documentary called The Cruise that we'll be showing in March next year, 8 o'clock rather, on ITV on a Thursday evening, we believe, at the moment, subject to schedule. So very excited to announce that. We believe it's going to be a real premium and aspirational documentary series that highlights all of the things that we love about being on a cruise, the fantastic, conscientious crew, the amazing food, the amazing experiences, and it's a real opportunity to showcase cruising.
So very exciting news that we've heard here tonight. Princess Cruises agreeing a brand new TV show that's going to air on ITV prime time from March next year, based on board Regal Princess. You heard it here first on Planet Cruise TV. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to keep on tuning in for great cruise bargains and great cruise news. Back to you in the studio.
Yeah, it's so exciting, isn't it? But we're going to start off with our first cruise right now on board the Emerald Princess. First of all, we have got a stunning price tonight. If you book right now, just to check here, the first 5 bookings will get a free case of wine. But that's for the first 5 tonight. But before we give you an insight into the gorgeous itinerary around the Norwegian fjords, let's take you on board.
Emerald Princess is a Grand Class ship that entered service for Princess Cruises in April 2007. She's one of the largest ships in the Princess fleet. There are nearly 900 balcony staterooms from which to take in the colourful sunrise over the ocean. Leisurely days spent on board in the Piazza-style atrium are relaxing and entertaining, with the nearby International Cafe fulfilling your cravings for fresh salads and toasted paninis, or maybe even a glass of milk with fresh cookies. Whether you're getting refreshed with a workout in the fitness centre, or putting your feet up at movies under the stars, your experience on the Emerald Princess is sure to be an unforgettable one. So with so much going on board Emerald Princess, it's a good idea to get some inside information. And who better to ask than the cruise director, Kelvin.
How are you?
Very, very good. Thanks for coming along and talking to us.
Thank you.
Now, you've been, what, 15 years with Princess?
Princess, 15 years. I joined actually the Sun Princess, which is a smaller ship than the Emerald, in 1998.
What can people expect the first time they come on board Emerald Princess?
Well, there's a huge variety. We have singers, we have musicians, instrumentalists, magicians, comedians. Comedians are a big thing with the Brits. They seem to love them.
That.
But then,
yeah.
Of course, we have big production shows as well with our singers and dancers. We offer, on this ship in particular, 4 big production shows.
And if someone was cruising on Emerald Princess for the first time, what can they expect?
Well, I think for the first time, I think they've got to open up their mind and, really enjoy everything that the ship has to offer, even try stuff that they may never have tried before, with so many different activities and shows going on. They really need to, I think, open up their mind, and I think they'll enjoy everything. Yeah.
Well, exciting time. Yeah, thank you very much, Kelvin.
Pleasure.
Cheers.
Great to have you on board.
And Shane, you have such a loyal following with Princess, don't you?
We certainly do. People do come back to us time and time again because of the experience that they receive on board. So our 3 main things at Princess Cruises that we really pride ourselves on. Firstly is destination. So we believe cruising is so popular because you get to experience so many amazing destinations in one holiday. So that is why we visit more ports of call than any other cruise line. Secondly, service. So the service that you receive on board is second to none. Sean, you've experienced it yourself.
It really was. I was amazed at, I mean, you know, people even got to know my name and things.
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely. And we anticipate what our guests want before our guests know themselves. Yeah. It's incredible. And we treat our guests like they're a guest in our own home. And it is that warm, welcoming service, not a subservient service. It is. We want to try and do our best by you and give you the best possible experience. And the third thing is very close to my heart, is the food on board. So the dining options that we have on board are incredible. Every single item that you will eat on board the ship will be made fresh on board the ship. So every single thing, right down from the soup to the stock, so everything on board is made fresh from scratch, the pastries. And you are holding some of our delicious chocolates.
So happy about this.
Go on.
Norman Love, the esteemed chocolatier, has just started a proud association with Princess Cruises.
So we have. So we've just launched something called Chocolate Journey. So Chocolate Journeys have got some incredible chocolate. So this one here is a pink Himalayan salt chocolate. So as you know, salt and chocolate work very, very well together. And we've got some other specialities sitting in there as well to try. So we thought, we've got cake, we've got chocolate, and we've got some nice drinks there in our little 50th anniversary beakers. And make the most of the show, isn't it, Keith?
It's fantastic.
Keith's in heaven.
I'm working
his way through.
Because you know, it's for Princess. Happy birthday.
We're doing it for the team.
Good. Right. Okay. Thank you, guys. Now, also, one lucky view tonight. I find it hard to get that one out. One lucky view tonight. I'm going to go for this one. Is going to get a fantastic watch as well. Shane.
Let me do my job. Here we go. So look at this stunning watch that you'll be able to receive as well. So one lucky viewer will get a chance to take this watch home. So it's amazing. Which camera are we on? Over here. Let's go over here to this one. So an amazing watch, which is our 50th anniversary celebration watch, which is only available this year. So you've been one of very few people to be walking around with this unique gift as well. So it's exceptional. So it's definitely worth being able to walk away with this.
So, honestly, if you book tonight, not only are you getting amazing prices, massive savings, great onboard spend, £50 deposits on many of the cruises, but also we have got the beautiful watch, we've got Fortnum & Mason hampers, we've got M&S vouchers and cases of wine.
And for the 2 best tweets or Facebook messages, we're going to give away a Princess Cruises 50th authentic.
Money can buy prize.
There we go. Look at that.
So incredible. So you
that.
could be the envy of the rest of your guests on board your next Princess Cruise, walking around with this.
Look at that.
Well, I'll tell you what, we better move on because we've got loads of freebies, but also some amazing cruises. Starting off with our first one, which is a 7-night Norwegian Fjords and waterfalls from Southampton. So straight from Southampton, nice and easy, take as much luggage as you like, and we're making our way over to Stavanger. And Keith was there earlier this year.
Stavanger is a 12th century bustling oil town with ancient ties to Norway's religious roots, and it lies across a patchwork of heather-covered hills. You can enjoy a charming walk through the old town, which is full of white wooden houses with well-tended flower gardens, and you might just catch the glimpse of an artist hard at work. You can also visit ancient Iron Age Viking farms, explore the 12th century Dormskirk Cathedral, which sits on the beautiful picturesque banks of a lake, and it's the oldest cathedral in the whole of Norway. You can feed the ducks or engage with some rather cheeky swans. You can also trace the history of the North Sea drilling at the informative Petroleum Museum, or discover the fascinating world of Stavanger's past at the Canning Museum. But without doubt, the star attraction is a cruise down the beautiful Lyrasfjord to see the iconic Pulpit Rock, which towers over 1,500 foot above the still waters of one of the longest and most beautiful fjords of Norway.
Absolutely stunning, Keith.
An incredible start to your voyage. And then from there, we're heading straight on to Ulden. It sits peacefully at the edge of the colossal Jostedal Glacier, Europe's largest ice floe, covers 188 square miles, nearly 2,000 foot thick. And it's a chance to hike over that, over wooden bridges, across the glacier's face, all the way to Lake Ulden, which has this wonderful kind of glacier milk substance that hovers over the top. It's really photogenic. Then from here, we're going through to Skruden. And this is a sleepy fishing village set right inside, deep inside Songersfjord, which is the world's longest fjord. You'll see a lot of these gorgeous little churches, and you'll see this all the time. We can't put into words the majesty, the splendour, the wonder of the Norwegian fjords. They really are a majestic place. It's what cruising was designed to do, to bring you to these places. So after Skruden, we're then going to Bergen, and Bergen is a wonderful opportunity. It's the biggest town that you'll be visiting. It's in fact one of Norway's cities, technically, and it's a great chance for you to explore the old Hanseatic Wharf with these narrow wooden tall peak buildings, to hike up or to take the Wonderful World train all the way up to the top there, Mount Axel, for wonderful views over the whole of the fjord and over the whole of the city lit up. And it's got a cracking fish market as well. So it's a cracking cruise, and there's always something to see in the Norwegian fjords.
And Shane, you remember, this was a cruise I did with Princess.
You did.
Earlier this year, and it was fantastic.
And you absolutely loved it, didn't you?
I was on board with friends who were celebrating their 50th birthday.
And the photographs that you brought back just don't do it justice today. So the photographs just do not do this place justice. It's absolutely stunning.
My friends I travelled with said it was the best holiday of their life. It was, you know, for me, it was the perfect cruise in every single aspect. And you can experience that tonight at this fantastic price. The great thing is, even if you're short of money, you're a little bit short of cash, it's only a £50 deposit tonight, isn't it?
Absolutely. £50 per person deposit is our 50th year, as we've mentioned. So
yes.
It is right to tie in with a £50 per person deposit as well.
You've also given the opportunities for our viewers to get amazing on-board spend as well.
Absolutely. So you've got some incredible onboard spending money, and that onboard spending money, just to explain how that works. So when you get on board the ship, your account will be in credit. So essentially, that's like having money in your bank account, a way to go to spend on speciality dining restaurants. And speaking of speciality dining, we've got a brand new restaurant which has just currently been introduced on Emerald Princess right now, and you'll be some of the first guests to be able to experience that. It's called Share by Curtis Stone.
Oh, sounds lovely. So onboard credit up to $425. A free case of wine. Now, you need to book tonight. You need to be the first 5 to get that as well. With it being from Southampton, great. For me, the great thing to do is to stay at the Meon Valley Marriott in Southampton. If you stay there, you get a special rate of only £79 per person, but you'll get free parking and all of your port transfers. And it just allows you to relax, to be there the night before, to let your holiday begin just that little bit sooner. And Shane has given us, whenever Shane's on the sofa, you were going to get a deal, and you're going to get £370 off the brochure price tonight.
Incredible.
It's massive, isn't it?
Great saving, on-board credit with the wine as well.
And to experience a ship which is going to be fresh out of dry dock, you know, fresh out of a wonderful refit.
Yeah.
As well, she's going in.
So, like you.
Yeah, so right now she's currently been going through her revitalisation. So at Shane Riley UK on Twitter, I've put some images on there. She's currently going through that revitalisation right now, so take a look.
Wow. So she'd be like new.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. And again, new restaurants like you know, like Shane was talking about there.
Now, we've actually got a little clip of film with Rachel Poultry next, haven't we?
Yes.
And here she is to tell you a little bit more.
So Emerald Princess, who's coming back to the UK in April 2016, is currently going through quite an extensive refurb. It's happening right now. It started on the 30th of November, and the plan is, in just 2 weeks' time, so by the 13th of December, she's going to go and have a complete new look and feel with some really exciting new venues on board.
OK, now that does sound great. You talk about exciting new venues. What's new? What can we expect to see?
So probably the biggest change that the consumers are going to see is that we've got 2 new dining choices on board. One is going to be our new gourmet gastro pub, and that's going to be being situated in our wheelhouse bar, and this is going to be called the Salty Dog, and it's going to specialise in gourmet gastro pub favourites, so gourmet burgers, classic fish and chips. So we're really super excited about that one. And then secondly, we have a new speciality dining option in what's going to be called our Share restaurant. Now this is headed up by Curtis Stone. He is a very good-looking celebrity chef from Australia, and he has done a lot of extensive work for Princess to formulate a fantastic concept and a fantastic menu for us. And Emerald Princess is going to be one of the first in the fleet to be having this restaurant on board.
OK, so 2 things. First of all, why isn't she normally sitting here? Because she's far better looking than you.
Not offended much.
And secondly, she's not actually a chicken. It's poultry.
Sorry,
not
I said, did I
say
say
poultry?
Comment there.
It's
I'm
poultry,
so
not
sorry.
poultry.
I'm so sorry, Rachel.
And she's my new boss as well, so thanks for upsetting her tonight, so that's awkward.
I've actually spoken to Rachel. She's lovely. So apologies, Rachel.
She was great. She was great to interview, because that was an interview we did on Thursday night, and she was fantastic.
And I know she's so passionate about Princess Cruises.
She is.
I think she's got a really good face for TV, Shane. I think maybe you could, you know, let her come on the.
Well, I'm sure my 2 Twitter fans will disagree with that.
Shane, don't worry. I'm playing the show with just you and I, so don't worry about it.
Phase him out.
Yeah. Now, on a serious note, I think the value of this cruise for under £700 is exceptional. Just to give you an idea of the saving on this one, it is absolutely huge. You're saving £800 tonight. It's better than half price. £800 has been taken off the price right now. Here's your destination. So we're starting off. So again, it's nice and easy. It's from Southampton, isn't it?
But
we're making our way over to the warmth.
Yeah, you are, and you've got that fantastic ship to enjoy and explore, and then Gran Canaria, your first port of call. The Canary Islands, 355 days of sunshine year-round. Great chance to top up your tan, to relax on a beach, maybe to head into the Bandama crater, over 3,000 foot high, one of the few inhabited volcanic craters in the world, or to pretend to be Lawrence of Arabia and ride through the sand dunes on a camel. Great island to start your cruise. Then from here, we're going over to Tenerife. On the one hand, snow-capped peaks, Mount Teed, Spain's highest mountain. You can take the funicular up there, you can hike up there, it's an incredible national park. On the other hand, these sun-baked beaches, and a great chance to head through to places like Laurel Park if you're there with the family, where they've got dolphin shows, sea lion shows. It's an incredible experience. Then we're going through to Lanzarote, known for its lunar landscape, known, of course, in the original films like Planet of the Apes, which was filmed here. It's an incredible place. You can go hiking again on the camels. There's some real beauties there through the Timofea National Park, through the Mountains of Fire, which are absolutely visually stunning. Or again, just relax on a beach or visit the home of Cesar Manrique, who built his house out of 5 lava bubbles. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to go and see. Then, through to one of my favourite places in the world, Funchal, the hanging basket of the Atlantic as it's known, the island of flowers, of bewitching cobbled streets, of quaint museums. It's a spell-binding part of Portugal, a bit of a Garden of Eden, and then a bit of Edwardian Britain. And it's a great place to get espadada, the Portuguese hanging steak. It's a great chance to go and see the iconic dragon tree, or to go skating down on a sledge.
Did you say this is where you want to retire to?
It is, absolutely. It won't be long now.
On a couple of years.
I knew that was
coming. A couple of years' time.
Relaxing day at sea before we go through to Vigo. And this clings to the snow-capped Mount Monte de Castro, overlooking a massive bay which you can explore. This is green Spain, this is real Spain. You might even hear the bagpipes because the Celts actually settled here originally. And it's a great opportunity for you to have lunch at the fish market or head through to Santiago de Compostela, one of the most venerated shrines in the whole of Europe during the Middle Ages.
And then, of course, a final day at sea on that beautiful ship and back to Southampton. I'm not just saying this, I've got a friend, Jean, who's in the 70s, and she wants to do a cruise next year. Actually, in the 70s, she will be 70 next year. I'm very tempted with this one. Let's just show you...
She won't be your friend now after you aged her prematurely by several years.
Sorry. Sorry, Jean, if you're watching. Now, I love this one. First of all, look at the price. For 11 nights, it's under £700, which is ridiculously low for Princess. You'll also get up to $610 on-board spend as well, depending on the cabin booked. Now, if you're really quick tonight, free £25 M&S vouchers for the first 10 bookings. Obviously, we're going to be busy, so the sooner you pick up the phone, the sooner you'll get those vouchers as well. And remember, you are saving £800 off the brochure price. As I mentioned, you could always stop at the Moon Valley Marriott there and get your free parking and port transfers for just £79 per person for that night there. Now, the interior price is brilliant, but I've got to say, we've got some great prices also for the ocean view, the balcony, and the suites as well. It's really good for the suite, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The suite, just all the extra things that you're going to get as part of the suite as well. So you can have your own butler looking after you, taking care of your every whim, pure relaxation, taking it to that next level of service, if you like. So you really treat yourself.
For 11 nights, that suite is,
it's incredible prices. Yeah, I've not seen prices like this ever, really, at that price, at $1,499 for a suite. It's incredible.
And remember, only a deposit needed tonight. So if you do want to book, give us a call right now. I think that was going to be super popular. It's actually only £50 deposit on that, isn't it?
Absolutely, regardless whether you book in the interior, the balcony or a suite, it's just £50 per person.
Wow. I'm seriously, I'm not just saying it, I might book that one myself. So if you're booking it tonight and you see something that looks like me, it probably is me, okay? Now,
all the fans will be booking now. That's it, they'll be all on the phone.
No, so I'm really, really tempted with that one, and I did love my experience with Princess. It was phenomenal. Now, at this big do during the week, you bumped into many fans of Princess, didn't you?
I did, yeah, and some of them are quite well known. And in fact, this particular gentleman we're going to see next is Stephen Tompkinson, who's of course been on as DCI Banks, or maybe many of the different TV shows. But he was
in my favourite ever programme. Do you remember Wild at Heart on a Sunday
night?
He was in that. That was my favourite programme.
And for his 50th birthday, he went out on a Princess cruise with his family, with his wife and his daughter.
Well, here he is.
Now, what was it that you loved most about that cruise? Was it a particular port, a particular thing that happened, a particular restaurant?
I think the staff. I think every member of staff makes you so welcome and works so hard. They're very dedicated, very friendly. The food was incredible. You can't not love the food. So I think I put on about half a stone in a week, which is easily done. But it was great, so there was something different every day.
I mean, he's on the chocolates, but he can't speak, so I'll just move on to you, Shane.
Good job I was being professional. I thought
Exactly.
I'll save that for a longer video.
Yeah.
I'm experiencing the 50th birthday celebration.
Yeah, and that's your 50th chocolate you've just eaten and all. Anyway, moving on to, I've got to say, our next cruise is phenomenal. And actually, I've just recently come back from some of these destinations because this takes you to... we've just done the Canaries cruise there, 699, don't forget. I know we're going to be very, very busy for that one, so do give us a call. But we're going to move on to, wow, look at this. We're travelling over to Thailand, Singapore, and you can see there Japan as well, wow. So the destinations in this one, incredible.
Incredible, and it's starting, this is what we do so well at Planet Cruises, giving you a bespoke stay. First of all, we can make it longer if you want, but at the moment it's a 2-night stay in a 4-star hotel in the commercial centre of Southeast Asia. This is a great opportunity for you to enjoy the modern high-rise buildings, the Chinese shop houses, the red-tiled roofs, or the sturdy Victorian buildings of amazing Singapore. You can go through to the zoo, which is one of the best zoos in the world.
Yeah, I did that. Look, it's amazing.
Did you do a night safari?
No,
Oh,
I didn't. I was there
incredible.
daytime.
You didn't do the night safari. You can't go there and miss out on that. It's incredible.
I had to get back on the ship and eat.
Oh, well,
This is fair enough. This
The
is fair
restaurant
enough.
was calling.
But Keith, I really want you to talk through the destinations this one, because it's a stunning itinerary, isn't it?
It really, really is. Okay, so you've had that 2-night stay there. Then you can even top it up and extend that. Just, when you phone up, just ask us and we can do that for you. Then you've got 17 nights cruising on board Sapphire Princess. You've got a couple of relaxing days at sea to enjoy all that free entertainment, all that free food before you hit your first port, lamb shebang, and that is Bangkok. This is an incredible opportunity. Now, it's going to take you a couple of hours to get up to Bangkok, but it's well worth the trip. This is the world's hottest capital city in many, many different ways. It's a rich culture. Thailand was never taken over. It was never colonised by any other country, so it's got the most cultural, authentic experience of all the Southeast Asian countries. That's Waterroom, the Temple of Dawn you're seeing there, and there's a great chance for you to try some of the wonderful, gorgeous food with the lemongrass and the coconut milk, or go and cuddle a tiger at the Tiger Temple, or definitely go on a tuk-tuk ride. From here, relaxing day at sea before we go through to Ho Chi Minh City. This is Vietnam, the former Saigon. So much to do here. All I'll say is maybe head to the top of Rex Hotel, get a cocktail, look out over the whole of the city, look at all the motorbikes racing each other, go through then to the Benthank Market and do a bit of bartering with the locals, try some excellent street food, or go and paddle down the Mekong, which is just
I loved Vietnam,
mesmerising.
Keith. I know yours is what a wonderful place it was, but the people were amazing.
Some of the friendliest people in
Yeah,
the world, Sean. I'm
really
really
were.
glad you found that as well. Then we're going further down the coast here in Vietnam to Da Nang. The port is called Chiang Mai, and it gives you a chance here to go to either Da Nang or to Hue, two of the big cultural attractions of Vietnam. The surrounding coast is full of gorgeous white sand beaches, or if you want to, you could explore the Marble Mountains and sail down the legendary Perfume River. I love those names. Then from here, we're going through to Hong Kong. You've got an overnight here, and this is what's lovely. Right in the middle of the itinerary, you've got this cracking overnight in what's translated literally as the fragrant harbour. Maybe take the funicular up to Victoria Peak overlooking
That's what I did. Yeah.
It's great, isn't it?
Great.
Amazing views. Did you see the light show in the evening, Sean, at 8 p.m?
I did, yeah.
Incredible.
Fantastic.
So, and look, over 40 buildings all take part. You can actually sail into the middle of the harbour and you can experience it happening around
And you know what? You can be sat on top deck enjoying a cocktail with your partner or whoever you're travelling with, and watch that light show from top deck of your very own ship.
Yeah.
Absolutely true, and it's something you really don't want to miss. Great for shopping as well, and again, eat out, street food, brilliant in Hong Kong. Then you've got a relaxing day at sea. Before you then go, this is what I love about this itinerary now, we've got some really unusual ports. First of all, a chance to go to Taiwan. Not something you'd necessarily expect to go and see. Taipei, it's Port Keelung, and it's your gateway to this fascinating island that's in the East China Sea. Great mix of old and new, of cheap boutiques and trendy restaurants and upscale malls. Best thing to do here, head up to Taipei 101, which is the world's second tallest building, or head out to the Yangmingshan National Park, which is absolutely superb. Really beautiful natural experience. Relaxing day at sea, Nagasaki next. As you sail into the harbour, you'll be following the off-course Portuguese ship that found Nagasaki and found Japan in 1542. This is Japan's window to the west. Puccini set his opera Madame Butterfly here, and of course it's the setting for the Peace Monument there, where this is one of the places, sadly, that one of the atomic bombs was dropped, so it's well worth going to see the history there. Then we're going through to Busan. This is really rare. I'd hardly ever see this on the show. Second largest city in South Korea. Great chance for you to experience a completely different culture that very often is not visited when you're cruising in this area. You can go through to the Gauchi fish market, which was established by women peddlers during the Korean War. It's also known as the Aunts Market, and it's a fantastic chance to see shellfish and seafood and exotic seaweed. It's an incredible place. The other thing to do is to go through, if you can, to the Hadong Yongxing Temple, which is set on the coast, dedicated to the sea god, and is absolutely spectacular, really photographic. Relaxing day at sea before we hit Shanghai. You've got another great 2-night stay in a 4-star hotel here. This is another one of East Asia's big hitters. Translates to the city on the sea, home to 23 million people, many of whom you'll see practicing Tai Chi in the shadow of the Jade Buddha in the morning. That's the Yungan Garden, dates back to the 16th century. Those pools are full of carp. You can walk past the shaded gardens. You can head out and try dim sum with the locals. Or you can walk down the Bund, the elegant European walkway, which is full of these gorgeous mansions all the way down. Stunning destination. And then you're flying back from to Gatwick.
Now, again, if you'd want to extend any of those stays, if you want more time in Shanghai, if you want more time in Singapore, we can make all of that bespoke for you, can't we?
Absolutely. And you know what? This itinerary, I really think, underlines that when we say Princess Cruises are the destination expert. So being able to explore some of these amazing destinations, but coming back to your home from home, your Princess Cruises ship, and knowing you've got that comfort of the ship that you expect, but also chances to try some local cuisine from those destinations as well on board.
And I think that is what I love about cruise holidays. It's always getting back to your home, getting back to that ship, but seeing so many different countries in one holiday.
It sounds cliche, but you unpack once and you're going to get to see all of these destinations. Yeah. It makes life so easy.
And I've got to say, I actually think this is one of the best offers we've ever had. When you look at the fact that visiting Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, Japan, Shanghai, there, all for under £1,600 now.
Itinerary-wise, it's absolutely superb.
Isn't it?
I've not seen something that's so deep for Southeast Asia and East Asia at
And
the
if
same
that
time.
started with the 2, I'd have thought that was still great value.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
I'm going to get back to the office tomorrow and speak to Rachel Poultry and ask her if I can try and wangle 23 nights off, because this is a trip of a lifetime for me. So this is something I really, really fancy myself.
Well, just quickly, if you want to book this, the first 5 bookings tonight, look at this, you will get an absolute luxurious free Fortnum and Mason hamper. That is going to be stunning, isn't it?
That is, yeah. If the price wasn't good enough, so you've got an incredible price, but you've also got a little sweetener gift as well.
First 5 bookings only, so we want you to book that one tonight. The sooner you get on the phone lines, the sooner you could actually have that hamper. Return flights based on London Gatwick there. We've also got flights available from most UK airports, and that generally applies to all of our offers. We could sort out different flights, just ask our call centre. Supplements may apply for those, and you've got those 2 nights in the 4-star hotels in both Singapore and Shanghai as well, and the overnight on board in Hong Kong. I think that is absolutely spectacular, and a deposit only tonight. Amazing, that one, isn't it?
Really, really good.
Yeah, you're getting lots of tweets, Keith.
We've got lots of tweets. Keith, put those chocolates away. That's from Philip Perry. Thanks, Philip.
Gone. Sorry,
I love this one. This is Rachel Poultney, who we saw featured in the video, has got in touch.
What's Poultry got to say?
Move over, Shane Riley. There's a new face in town.
Oh, no. You've created a monster. That's what you've done.
A young, beautiful face in town.
And Greg Smith says, Sapphire under £70 a night. That's incredible given the itinerary. Thank you, Greg Smith. So many wonderful tweets from people getting in touch. And Diane and Judy, our wonderful princess ladies who are
Diane and Judy, are they watching?
Yeah, they're watching. They've already emailed and said they're loving the show.
Yeah.
So.
And these are two sisters that only cruise with Princess.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Gorgeous ladies.
And girls, I understand exactly what you mean. Now, I've cruised with Princess myself, you know. I'm a massive, massive fan. But we still have 2 more deals to tempt you with. And the next one is on board a ship that I think this will be the next ship that I'd like to try with Princess, because it's with the Regal Princess. We're going to share the sister ship, the Royal Princess. They're both beautiful. Have a look. So, Shane, talk us through, because the Regal Princess, Royal Princess, these ships have been talked about so much in the
Absolutely. So I was very lucky to be there for the naming ceremony for Royal Princess with Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Cambridge, and Regal Princess is an identical carbon copy of that ship. So they are very much an evolution of the Princess Cruises fleet. There you can see the incredible spa facilities, the amazing piazza area there where you've got a dance floor in the middle, you've got the eateries and the international cafe, you've got the Vines wine bar, 24-hour international cafe, might I add. You go onto top deck, you've got the flare show, you've got that glass walkway there, the sea walk, 128 feet high, cantilevered out over the side of the ship, so get incredible views out as you're sailing through the wonderful destinations that we visit. But the great thing about these ships is they're definitely an evolution rather than a revolution. So all the signature features that our past passengers have come to love and expect from Princess Cruises, you will still find these on board Royal and Regal.
Do you know what I loved? I loved the water and light show.
Oh, the water and light show. So there's a fountain
incredible
on top deck, which the fountain dances to the music, and there's a light show. It's incredible.
It's fantastic. It's really good.
I've got to say, looking at the clip of film there, it's absolutely breathtaking.
Beautiful ships. They're really well designed. They're really easy to get around. And the fact that you've got the walkway on the other side, you've got the bar.
Yeah.
I love that. You've got the
So
bar
you've
on the
got
other
the
side.
sea view bar on one side, where you've got a glass bottom walkway there, and on the other side you've got the sea walkway. You can walk right out over the edge of the ship and get to a chance to see some incredible views.
You can imagine you after a couple of G&Ts and you're looking down, you can just see, you know, it's
128 feet to the ocean below you.
It's great.
Listen, my New Year's resolution is not to...
No more gin.
Actually, no, it's not. Anyway, again, stunning destinations. This is under £1,000, and it starts off with a flight from London to Copenhagen, doesn't it, Keith?
It does, yeah. Forest-clad slopes plummeting into this island-studded fjord. Scandinavia's oldest capital city, commercial centre of Norway. The sailing is amazing, so make sure you're out on deck an hour and a half to 2 hours before. And when you leave, and hopefully the captain will give you a few words as you sail past these gorgeous little islands. The city is a charming blend of 19th, 20th century buildings, and you've got great museums. You can go and see the Scream, the original Scream, the painting. Go out to the Vigilant Sculpture Park, which I always do when I love it, nice bit of nature, and go to the Viking ship museums and see the world's oldest and best preserved Viking ships in all their glory. OK, day at sea before you then go through to Warnemünde. This is an incredible medieval port that's worth exploring in its own right. It does give you access to go into Berlin. Bear in mind that's a couple of hours to get into Berlin. But if you do go into Berlin, what are you rewarded with? Well, a spectacular cathedral, Checkpoint Charlie, where you can go and get your passport stamped. This is in Warnemünde itself. That's the wonderful Standkorbs, they're called, the wicker chairs. Kind of always dating back to the Victorian times, where you can change and you can
Warnemünde really surprised me when I visited. I didn't expect it to be as pretty as it was. So they've got a great beach, and you can go up the lighthouse and have a look over. So if you're lucky enough with the weather, you can have a little beach day there.
Well, this is it. If you don't want to do that journey into Berlin and back, then Warnemünde is wonderful. But if you do go into Berlin, of course, you've got all the glory there of so much to see, you know, including, you know, some incredible iconic things.
Nice to have the choice, though, isn't it?
It is, it really, really is. Then you've got Estonia next. This is a medieval storybook world where it's got the world's oldest surviving Gothic town hall with a 14th century weather vane on the top. Great flower market here, which is beats anything we have in the UK. It's a beautiful place to walk around.
This is my favourite ever port.
Really?
I absolutely love this port. This port was the one that really just blew my mind. I got off the ship and thought, this is it. This is absolutely stunning. And you say a real medieval.
It's what you expect a cruise port to be, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And the thing is that you know, it really, really is, and it is like stepping straight off the ship and into this medieval world, which you know a lot of ports don't give you that.
Absolutely.
Great food as well. Go and try the boar meat and some mead. Okay, then we've got St. Petersburg. You've got an overnight here, which you need because there's so much to do in Russia. This again is the window to the west. This is a great opportunity for you to see some incredible architecture from the reign of the Tsars, including this onion-domed, you know, wonderful towers they create. That's the Church of Blood, or the Church of the Spilled Blood, as it's called. They used it to store potatoes in World War II, but it's my favourite piece of favourite building in the whole of St. Petersburg. Got all the wonderful palaces that you can head out to, where the Romanovs used to live. You can head out to the Winter Palace as well, and there you can see over 3 million different works of art, including people like Da Vinci, Rembrandt, Titan. All the big names are there. Then you can also do great shopping. You've got the Nevsky Prospect. You can try the vodka bars, which I recommend. Or try a twilight cruise on the River Neva, past these gorgeous palaces. Which only costs you really a couple of pounds, and it's something that's underused by people. So do a twilight cruise down the River Neva. The city's built around the river.
And because you've got an overnight here, sorry Sean, because you've got an overnight here, you can even get off the ship and go and see a Russian ballet as well.
Absolutely. Or traditional folk dance. The folk dance is the other thing if you don't want to do the ballet, if you don't want the, you know. Helsinki, a great sea town, amazing. Half the city always seems to be underwater. Great for herring, if you like fish, and fantastic because the Suomenlinna Sea Fortress, which is this here. Great views, great place to go and picnic. Then we're going through to Stockholm, spread out over 14 islands. It's Scandinavia's green capital. It's my favourite, actually, of the capitals anywhere. I love it, apart from London. it's spotlessly clean. It's really trendy. It's great. You can go up on the top of the town hall and walk up there and look over the whole of the city. You can go to the Vasa Museum, which is a 95% complete 16th century warship. You can also go and get a Swedish massage, really work out those aches and pains, maybe try some Swedish meatballs, or just walk around the Gamla Stan, one of the oldest, largest surviving medieval complexes in the world.
And the sailing in and out of Stockholm as well is also incredible, isn't it? So it's almost like doing a river cruise as you're sailing out. So the banks are so close to the side of the ship. It's an incredible sailing down. You see all the little summer lodges, summer houses at the side of the river as you sail out towards the sea.
I tell you, it sounds magical, doesn't it? It really does. Final day at sea, of course, so just enjoy that splendid ship for one final day and one final night. Back to Copenhagen, and then, of course, you disembark as well. Let's just have a look at her one final time.
Yeah, so there you can see we've got the adults-only sanctuary area, so let us take care of your every whim. Our Serenity stewards will make sure that your drinks are cool and making sure that they'll even mist you down with rose-scented sprays to keep you cool as well. So they'll really take care of your every whim whilst you're in the sanctuary as well. And you can see coming up now, I think we had a little snippet of the water fountains as well. So the water fountains are incredible, to be able to go on top deck and actually watch the water fountains dance away to the music. So we've got a Frank Sinatra one, we've got an Elvis version, so it's absolutely incredible to go and watch that.
Well, I definitely want to get on board this one. And you can tonight for under £1,000 as well. Now, again, we're offering for the first 5 bookings, and obviously we've got a massive audience that tune in every Tuesday, but the first 5 that pick up the phone tonight will get the free Fortnum and Mason luxury hamper. So really worth the take, you know, booking tonight. Again, deposit only. We've got the return flights from London. Flights available from most UK airports and the over and out of board in St Petersburg. Now let's just share with you some of the pricing actually, because you know, whichever date you go for, we've got some fantastic prices. And I will let you, we've probably spotted it there, the difference between an interior and a balcony can be as little as £50. So, I mean, I would definitely do the balcony.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. So imagine sailing in or out of Stockholm, sitting on your own balcony, enjoying our complimentary room service. You can have breakfast on your balcony if you wanted to as well.
Or even better, sailing in and out of Oslo. I mean, it is an itinerary with lots of good sailings. And the Baltic itself is a fantastic sea. Quite often you might hug the coast and see quite a lot as you sail.
Just thinking that they're really great prices for the key dates in July and August as
Absolutely,
well.
yeah.
Really good on that one. You've done us proud, Shane. You really have
I've done a good job, haven't I?
You have done a good job.
Even if I do say so myself.
Well, anyway, so I only experienced Princess Cruises for the first time this year. Absolutely loved the whole experience. My friends, it was their first cruise, and again, we had the time of our lives. But remember, it's a very special year for Princess. They're celebrating their 50th anniversary.
It's so easy to lose perspective, and sometimes we just don't take time to enjoy each other's company because we're always working, or there's something going on that gets in the way.
Start looking at our own work-life balance and trying to get it balancing more in favour of the life parts.
It's given us the opportunity to just be a couple again. No responsibilities, it's just us.
As well as seeing these great places and having these amazing experiences, we're also learning new things and picking up something new every day. It's injecting a bit more fun and laughter back into the relationship.
It's like having the old Joe and Richard back.
Now, I know Keith and Shane want to talk about that very special couple, don't you?
Well, I mean, I met them for the first time last Thursday. And I know they've
so a couple called Richard and Joe, and basically what we did was we looked for a couple that have never cruised before. We wanted to go on board Princess Cruises and experience it through the eyes of a guest. We didn't script it. We didn't want to tell them what to say. We just basically got them on board and got them to enjoy a Princess Cruises holiday. And some of the things that they talk about, I think what makes us really special. They've reconnected. My favourite line in there is they've fallen in love just a little bit more, and that's what it does. We bring you back together, and it's so easy in everyday life to forget, to kind of to make time for each other, and that's exactly what your holiday does on board Princess Cruises.
And they were like that as they are on the film. That's how they were in real life. That they're really genuine, sincere people, and they couldn't stop talking highly enough about how much they'd enjoyed a Princess Cruise.
I know the couple I went with, Jen and Ian, they said very similar things. You know, they weren't even sure if they'd like a cruise. They'd never been on one, and Jane said that the great thing about cruising is that whatever you're into, there was something for you, you know. And we'd sometimes they wanted a quiet bar, we'd always find the quiet bar, you know. Jane's a vegetarian. The vegetarian food was some of the best she'd ever had.
And that's what I love about it. And I mean, I'm so very lucky because I work for a very amazing product and a very amazing brand. But the great thing about it is it's true. It's the way we make you feel. And you can't translate that in a brochure. And you can't translate that in a video. But it's genuinely the way
everyone is made to feel
exactly.
special,
And you will return from your holiday feeling better than when you joined us. The whole come back new message.
I came back looking amazing, Keith.
10 years younger.
If they can do that for you, then anyone.
Exactly. I'm going to put Keith on. If anyone needs one, it's Keith.
Oh, bless him, he's not very well tonight. But we're going to finish with a really big cruise. It's on board the Emerald Princess. Again, she's been refurbished right now, isn't
Absolutely,
she?
right now. So
right now,
have a look on Twitter. Shane Riley UK. I'm tweeting pictures of that happening right now.
Wow, she's going to come back looking like new, completely refreshed. But this is a cruise that's going to take you from Auckland to Sydney. Let's talk you through.
Yeah, so a wonderful opportunity. First of all, again, so that we do very well at Planet Cruise, giving you that stay option before you get on board your cruise. This time a 2-night stay in a 4-star hotel in the stunning place of Auckland. This is but although we're seeing New South Wales. Okay, so
this will be the end of the cruise.
This will be the end of the cruise. So you're seeing images here from at the end of the cruise, the stay in Sydney. So we do have that stay at the end, which is a 2-night stay in a 4-star hotel, and this is going to be at the end. A wonderful chance to explore Sydney, of course. It's ringed by bush all the way out around the outside. It's got the fantastic beaches. You can hike along the cliff tops all the way from Bronte through to Coogee Beach. You can take the ferry over to Stanley. You can try the amazing food. You can go out to the Hunter Wine Valley and experience the Blue Mountains, which you're seeing pictures of as we speak. And you get a chance to head out to just enjoy and soak up what is very much where all the bold and the beautiful people arrive and go to. They all head to Sydney. So that's Sydney, that's at the end, and that's a 2-night stay in a 4-star hotel that we are including here. However, we've also, at the start of the cruise, giving you additionally another 2-night stay in Auckland. So this is New Zealand. This is the only city in the world built on top of an active volcanic field. Over 60 separate volcanoes. You're seeing some of them here. It's incredible. It's a true maritime city with a vibrant waterfront district, a busy harbour, an iconic bridge that offers up fantastic views of Rangitoto Island, Devonport and the Waikiki Ranges. You can hop on a ferry over to Waiheke Island for a magical mix of forests and beach and farmland and vineyards, or you can explore the dramatic coastline of Auckland's youngest and largest volcano, Rangitoto, or climb to the top of the Sky Tower. You saw it earlier. 360-degree views of the city. It's 1,000 foot up. It's a glass floor, so if you don't like heights, be warned. But you can actually, if you want to, bungee jump off the top. It's a 600-foot bungee jump. I recommend it.
That's the kind of thing you'd do, isn't it, Keith?
I love it. A bit of bungee jumping. Oh yeah. Okay. Then you got. Then you're getting on board the ship for 11 nights cruising. So you've had that wonderful stay in Auckland already. That experience of New Zealand. Then Tauranga is your first port of call. This was settled by the Maori in the 13th century. It's on the North Island's eastern coast, situated within Captain Cook's renowned Bay of Plenty. Gorgeous chance for beaches, lush parks, a laid-back atmosphere, an array of outdoor ventures that you can get involved in. But of course, the big thing here is going through to Rotorua, which is a stronghold of the Maori culture. Hot springs, geysers, exploding mud pools, chance to see them doing the war dancing. It's absolutely incredible. And you can also do here, if you want to, a New Zealand farm experience where you'll see the sheepdogs work the cows and witness the unbelievable speed of a sheep shearing demonstration. Fantastic. I love a bit of sheep shearing, me. Then we're going through to Gisborne. I always think of Guy of Gisborne and Robin Hood with this, but this is Gisborne. Now, we've not featured this port before. Quite lovely to have it. Thanks to their proximity to the international date line, people here claim that they see the sun before anyone else in the world. There are a few people that could compete with that, but the great thing about this is that for those people that remember The Whale Rider, remember the film The Whale Rider?
Yeah.
A lot of that was filmed nearby because it's got a huge Maori culture and population here. And also you can go through to the famous Young Nick's Head, which was Captain James Cook. When he first saw New Zealand, he saw this place called Young Nick's Head. It's a headland piece in New Zealand, and it was the lookout who first saw it, and he was called Young Nick, so he called it Young Nick's Head. So you can go to Young Nick's Head and see the views. Then we're going through to a fantastic idea, a fantastic chance to go through to Wellington, Wellington is situated on the Cook Straits. Windy Wellington, as it's affectionately known, is the capital. It's a haven for foodies and coffee lovers. Often compared with San Francisco, one of the best ways to explore is by the cable car. You're going to see a picture of it in a minute. All the way to the top of Mount Victoria, past these wonderful wooden cottages, fountains and galleries. And then you can walk back down the protected forested slopes through these stunning botanical gardens. Or you could head out into Wairarapa, which is an enchanting rural area full of lakes and rivers, and the heart of Maori culture again, and head off on the New Zealand wine trail. Or you can go and do the Gandalf and Frodo thing, the lands of Middle-earth. You can go and see Isengard and Rivendell. Then Akarawa's next. This is on the eastern shores of New Zealand's South Island. A little slice of France, sitting in the shadow of the Southern Alps. Secluded beaches, quaint boutiques, and a harbour full of the rare Hector dolphin. Then Dunedin is next. This is almost like a slice of Scotland in the middle of New Zealand. It's got New Zealand's only castle, and it's very similar to Edinburgh in many ways. Then you're going to cruise the Fjords National Park. The heart of this is Milford Sound, with cliffs that soar nearly a mile high.
That looks beautiful.
Hear that? A mile high. It's stunning.
Wow.
It's like the fjords on steroids. Can you imagine that? And then you've got some relaxing days at sea before you then go through to Tasmania. This, again, is a rare chance to go through. The port's called Hobart. Great chance for you to go and explore the wonderful parks. You've got the Mount Field National Park, the Russell Falls, the waterfall there. However, I recommend going through to Bonorong Conservation Park. It's dedicated to rehabilitating and releasing Tasmania's injured and orphaned animals. Kangaroos, wallabies, Tasmanian devils, koala bears, wombats, wallabies, golden possums, you name it, they've got it there. You can also go through to Port Arthur, once Australia's largest penal colony, now a UNESCO-protected tourist attraction, which is well worth the look. Relaxing day at sea before you sit back to Sydney. We already saw the footage for Sydney at the start, of course. There's the wonderful coat hanger, that's what the locals call it, the harbour bridge. And you literally dock right past that in the centre there, in Circular Quay. And it's a wonderful opportunity to head straight into town. You really are in the centre of town when you dock, because it's a fantastic harbour in Sydney.
Well, let's just recap all of the beautiful places that you're going to be visiting on this one fantastic cruise tonight. The lead date there, the 20th of February for 2017. And again, only a deposit needed tonight for this one. That looks fantastic, doesn't it?
It's an amazing itinerary. And imagine being in Sydney. You walk out onto top deck, so you've got the Moves and the Star screen there, but look to your left and you've got the Sydney Opera House. And can we just back up a second? Who would have thought Keith loves sheep shearing so much?
I know.
You learn something new every day, don't you?
I was a farmer as a boy.
Yeah.
I used to work out. I used to help out on farms. I used to do cow herding, sheep shearing.
Yeah, actually, none of this surprises me at all. Really, does it?
No,
I'm
a country boy, me.
What a stunning ship, what a fantastic itinerary. Let's show you as well. I'm going to just remind you, I'm going to show you this gorgeous watch in a second, because the first customer to book this cruise tonight will get a free Citizen 50th anniversary watch worth nearly $300. We'll show you that just in a tick. So you've got to book that now, and you've got to be the first to book it. Return flights, of course, from London, and flights available from most UK airports. And just quickly, price-wise, we have got a price starting at less than £2,350. I've got to say, I would definitely upgrade to the Ocean View there for just a few pounds more. Keith, show us this watch then.
I've got it here.
Keith is modelling it. There you go. A beautiful 50th anniversary watch. Limited edition. There's only a very small number of these made, so you'll be one of a very select
few. Worth about $300, aren't they?
Yeah,
$300.
Yeah, $300. Lovely.
Wow. The first viewer to pick up the phone and book this cruise will get that free watch. Wow. I'm tempted
You'll
to
be
book
walking
right now.
around on your next cruise with a fancy new watch.
This is it. Hey, all I want for my next cruise is one of these.
Thank you, Shane. We get these.
Well, this is my gift to you guys. I thought you really want a masculine mug or masculine cup for you to be able to enjoy your drinks. And I thought, what suits you two better than a gold Blitzy cup?
I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm happy as well. You got it right. Spot on.
I know, right?
Cheers, Keith. Well, anyway. It's been an amazing hour, I think it'll be. Let's just remind you of everything that we've seen this very special hour with, of course, Princess Cruises celebrating their 50th anniversary. We started off with, actually, the cruise that I did earlier this year. I cannot recommend this highly enough. 7 nights Norwegian Fjords from Southampton, and you'll get up to $425 free per statement, depending on which cabin you book, of course, tonight. A free case of wine. I'm sure lots of you booked this already, but that's for the first 5 bookings. My advice, any cruise from Southampton, I would always stay at the Meon Valley Marriott. We've got a special relationship with them. and you'll get a night there for just £79 per person. You get all free parking and return ports, and a huge saving tonight of £370. The ID number for this one, by the way, is 95216. So that just makes it easy for you to find this cruise, and it's easier for us to book it for you. Then, of course, back on board the Emerald Princess. She's just been refitted right now. She's in dry dock. She's going to be like new, of course, when you get on board. Look at this one. 11 nights for under £700. You are saving tonight £800. It's actually better than half price, this one. You'll also get onboard credit. As Shane said, you can use that for spa treatments, specialty restaurants, put it towards your drinks at the bar, but that can be up to $610 as well. The first 10 bookings tonight will get the free £25 M&S vouchers, and as we've talked a few times throughout the show, you can also stay at the Meon Valley there as well. I think your parking would cost, you know, a considerable amount for 11 nights, so why not stay there and get free parking and port transfers. Massive savings, as we mentioned, and the ID number for that one is 95270. Then, of course, the fabulous trip that took us to Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, Japan, Shanghai there. First 5 bookings will get the free Fortnum & Mason luxury hamper tonight. All your return flights are included, and you also get 2 nights in those 4-star hotels in Singapore and Shanghai. We can change that if you want extra nights and things like that. We can, of course, make that trip perfect for you. We then took you on board the stunning, I mean, she's beautiful, the Regal Princess, taking you to Scandinavia, Russia, from Copenhagen there. Again, you'll get the free Fortnum & Mason hamper there for the first 5 bookings, and you've got that stunning overnight on board in St. Petersburg. Under £1,000 for that one. And then finally, last but by no means least, we just finished with the 80-night Auckland to Sydney cruise with the stays there. And the first booking tonight, hopefully on the phone lines already for that one, we'll get that stunning limited edition 50th anniversary Princess Cruises watch as well. Everything's on our website, of course, but don't forget we can find you any cruise that you desire and make any trip bespoke for you. Guys, amazing. I've shown, first of all, massive thank you to Princess.
Thank you, guys. What an amazing show. So, amazing deals. And I would urge anybody who's sat at home thinking, really, should I take a Princess cruise? I know I'm biased, but I really urge you to. It's an amazing product. You're going to have an amazing time, as you know yourself.
I would spot you on that 100%. I'd love anyone that hasn't experienced Princess. I feel silly for waiting for so long, I really do. Should we cut the cake?
Oh, it's like a wedding day. Come on, Keith.
I gotta say, Richard and Joe have been in touch that were featured on that video, the comeback new video, and they said, love the show, thanks again for giving us such an amazing experience.
Oh, thank you, Richard and Joe. Thank you for watching.
Right, come on then, boys. Let's do the honours.
Look at this. This is like, it's like I've never been married, but this is how I imagine it would be.
You've never found a victim,
not with 3 people, of course. This is
quite a strange marriage. This, which is that your piece there, Keith?
A very modern marriage.
I'm going down the middle. Shall we go straight down the middle?
You're having the back end and I'm having the front end.
Right, here we go, boys.
I'm not even commenting. Right,
here we go.
Okay.
Push down, Keith. Oh, hang on.
No, you need to point it down. That's it. Point it down. That's it.
I'll leave it to you.
Okay, right. Here we go.
I think your chefs on board will do this a lot better.
Maybe we'll go into the side there.
Go on, let's.
I can see what's happening.
There you go. No, hang on. There's this bit here.
There is a support.
You're supposed to have lifted that bit off.
There we go. Beautifully.
There we go.
There you go. I knew that.
Beautifully done. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
That's your piece, Keith. We'll see you soon here with Planet Cruise, but book your cruise tonight.